This is a Manta Sports Media presentation of 16th Region and 62nd District Girls Basketball action. I'd like to welcome you to Harold Holbrook Athletic Complex West and John Hott Brown Court on the campus of West Carter High School for tonight's 62nd District Girls Varsity Basketball action. Tonight's matchup should be a good one as we have the home team on the scoreboard, the West Carter Lady Comets. Should be currently 8-6 on the season as they're going to be taking on the Morgan County Lady Cougars, currently 12-7 on the season. And so this should be a good matchup. This is going to be round 2 for these teams this year. As earlier on, West Carter traveled down to West Liberty and ended up dropping that game to Morgan County in a tight one, 58-54. And so that is West Carter's going to be looking for a little bit of redemption here for today's game. Of course, this is Jeff, the Mantis Irwin, doing your play-by-play, jack of all trades, doing a little bit of everything up here today. I'd like to thank the Mantis Sports Media crew. We got Katie Irwin on the camera. We got Emmy Irwin as the scoreboard muffin on the running our game scoreboard. Rachel Irwin supervising today, and support by Sarah. And so, as we said, this should be a good matchup here today. As back on February 3rd, West Carter traveled down to Morgan County, ended up dropping that game 58-54. And that was a game that, of course, they had to play. They played previously back on, of course, West Carter played on January 16th and then did not play again until that February 3rd game down in Morgan County. And so after almost a month layoff, they finally got to play, but dropped that one close together. But we got several players who we're going to be watching here this afternoon. Of course, definitely number one for West Carter that you want to keep your eye on is Allie Stone. She is currently 19.9 points per game and pulling down 5.7 rebounds per game, shooting 48.6% from the field and 89% from the free-throw line. Of course, Allie Stone has got a few acclimates behind her name as well. She is number 17th in the state in scoring. And, of course, at the time period, before a few extra stats came on, she was at 20.1 points per game. And so she ranked number 17th in the state. And she is number 3 in the state as far as free throws go, currently shooting 89.3%. And so Allie Stone having a fantastic year for West Carter. Has scored 259 points so far this year, pulled down 74 boards in West Carter's 14 games. But she's not the only one out there as well. Rounding off some of the other names to watch as far as West Carter goes, I always have to keep your eye on Beth Middleton. She is averaging 8 points per game and pulling down 4.2 boards per game. And usually she gets some pretty good action out there, as well. Of course, she is the number 2 leading scorer for the Comets, hitting 104 points so far this season. Of course, Kylie Gillum, the MSU, has signed on with them to continue on her basketball career. She's currently this season averaging 6.8 points per game and pulling down 4 boards per game as well. Kara Jordan, another senior, averaging 6.1 points per game, pulling down 4.2 rebounds per game. And then off the bench, have to watch out for Amelia Henderson. And she's got 77 points on the year coming off the bench, averaging 5.9 points per game and pulling down 3 rebounds. So that's who to watch out for West Carter this afternoon. But let's take a look at the opposite side of the coin on there, and taking a look at the Morgan County Cougars, Lady Cougars. Jenna Hampton, number one scorer on their team. She so far is averaging 16.4 points per game. Aspen Ferguson hitting 13.1 points per game, and also she is number one in the state in three-pointers. She is averaging 3.3 three-pointers per game, and she is 60 of 157 on the year, shooting 38.2%. So I'd like to congratulate her on being one of the stats leaders in the state as far as three-pointers go. Then, of course, you have Autumn Ross. Autumn is averaging 11.9 points per game. And then Emily Atkins. Of course, that name sounds pretty familiar here at West Carter, especially if you follow volleyball. But it's not that Emily Atkins. And she is scoring 8 points per game and pulling down 6 boards per game. So need to watch out for those. So Morgan County has 3 players in double digits so far this year. Of course, Morgan County is number 7th in the region. And so far this season, of course, they've been able to play the games where they've got 19 games underneath their belt. They are number 37th in the state as far as scoring. Of course, if you look at RPI rankings, Morgan County is 108 out of 265 in the state, so in the upper half of the state. Looking at West Carter, of course, we mentioned some of Stone's stat leadership there, number 3 in the state in three-throw shooting, number 17 in the state as far as scoring. West Carter is 90th in the state as far as their overall RPI ranking out of 265. They are right now number 5 in the region. And West Carter, believe it or not, they are number 1 in the state when it comes into three-throw shooting. West Carter, so they have got the top spot in the state, currently shooting 76% from the charity stripe. So we'll take a brief break here, and we will be back momentarily with some introductions, the national anthem, and our first pass-in, air quote, double tip-off on there. You are watching 16th Region, 62nd District Girls Varsity Basketball action here on Mantis Sports Media, live on Facebook and YouTube.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
The next time you're in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
And we're back here at Hot Brown Court as we are getting ready for our national anthem. Of course, as we mentioned during the last game that the Comets played down in West Liberty, of course, Jenna Hampton had 17 of those points. Aspen Ferguson had 16, and Autumn Ross had 12. So people we need to watch out for here this afternoon. West Carter, of course, had a little bit of a rough shooting night that night. ended up with 53.7% overall in the game as they went 26 out of 44 from the field. Or excuse me, get my stats right here, 24 out of 41 from the field. And then they were their free throw shooting not quite as well that night, only at 53.3%. And so West Carter hoping to get a little bit of a change of difference here tonight, and Morgan County hoping to improve up on their district record as well, because West Carter right now 3-1 in the 62nd district, and Morgan County is 4-1. And now we're going to be getting ready for the presentation of the colors. This evening is going to be presented by the West Carter High School Junior ROTC program underneath the direction of Colonel Hilton. And of course, good to see the colors being presented this afternoon by the West Carter High School Junior ROTC program. Of course, West Carter over the past few weeks being devastated by back-to-back ice storms, and then followed after that by some flooding issue within Carter County. And so now back in school, good to see these students representing their school as well as their country. And now to get ready for the presentations of the team. And we'll be starting off with the Morgan County Lady Cougars. 12-17 on the season so far. Of course, the head coach for the Morgan County Lady Cougars is Derek Young. And number 23, Emily Atkins, starting out at guard. And then number 4, Aspen Ferguson. As we said, she's number 1 in the state as far as three-pointers go. Then number 20, Jenna Hampton. And number 21, Cora Beth Hammonds. She's a sophomore. And then number 00, Autumn Ross. So Morgan County 12-17 so far. And now let's get ready here for the Lady Comets, 8-6 on the season. And at forward, a senior wearing number 32, Kara Jordan. And then a senior guard wearing number 23, Kylie Rayburn. And at forward, number 33, senior Kylie Gillum. And then at the other forward, number 2, junior Beth Middleton. And then, of course, that guard, number 22, Allie Stone. And she is a junior for West Carter, so she'll be back next year. Of course, misplaced one of the officials' names, but you've got David Stafford and Mark Brown out there. Officiated with them, both of them in volleyball. So we'll see how they go out there tonight and get some basketball going on. Of course, volleyball season finished up, and we're on our way. So West Carter going to start things out here in the first half with the ball. Gets it to Gillum, high post, kicks it over to Rayburn, to Middleton, back over to Rayburn. Of course, West Carter's been alternating that fifth starter a few different times, switching out for Lexi Bond and Kylie Rayburn. Gets it out to Rayburn. She's going to drive down the lane. Gets it to Jordan. Kicks it back out to Stone. Stone's going to reset up the offense. Gets it to Gillum, top of the key. She drives down, kicks it out to Middleton for the 3-ball, and it is good. So West Carter starts out with a vengeance and gets a 3-pointer off the bat. And they've got the lead to start out. West Carter putting on some three-quarter pressure, court pressure, causes the Morgan County turnover, and so West Carter gets the ball back at 7:05 here in the first period. Rayburn gets it over to Stone. Stone down to Gillum. Gillum's going to drive the lane, and she's going to draw the foul. And that foul is going to be against Morgan County's number 21, Corbeth Hammonds. That's going to be her first, team's first of the half. Get it out to Gillum on the out of bounds. She drives the lane, and she's going to pick up a charge. So Kylie Gillum picks up a player control foul. As Corbeth Hammonds was in position, waiting on her for the driving the lane. Good ball movement there by Hampton, and she's going to draw the foul. And Kylie Gillum's going to pick up her second foul here, team second, so she's in a little bit of foul trouble right off the bat here in this first period. She sends Jenna Hampton at the line, shooting 2. And Millie Henderson, as we said, usually one of the first ones off the bench, is coming in for Gillum as she's going to be sitting down with 2 fouls. Second shot is up, and that one is in. Cuts the West Carter lead down to 1. West Carter 3, Morgan County 2. Off the back of some Hampton free throws. Morgan County look like they're in a 2-3 defense. Try to thread the needle down the middle, but end up lost, and ball stolen there by Emily Atkins. As Morgan County has it on the end. No field goals just yet, 2 minutes in. That shot is up, no good. And Beth Middleton on the rebound, and she's going to draw the foul. And trying to see who the foul on that one was on. But it was on Morgan County. Puts up the one-handed shot as Beth Middleton and gets that to drop. And so she extends the West Carter lead back out to 3. That foul may have been on Hampton. Morgan County wanting some fouls early on. Floater shot, no good. Ross going after her own rebound, and they're going to say last touch Wes Carter. So it'll be Morgan County's ball on the side. So gets the ball into Atkins. She's going to drive the lane. Bumps off of Henderson and gets the layup. So that cuts the West Carter lead down to 1 at 5-4. Good ball movement by the Comets. Finally gets it into the high post to Jordan. That loses the grip on it. Last touch by Morgan County. As Lexi Bond checking in now for the Lady Comets as she replaces out Kylie Rayburn. Gets it to Bond. She's going to put the long two. No good. Rebounded by Ross of Morgan County. Hands it off to Hampton. Hampton goes in and count the basket, and she's going to get that and the foul. And that foul is going to be against Lexi Bond. That will be her first, team's third. And so that's going to send Hampton to the line to get the three-point play the old-fashioned way and gets it to fall. So we've got a tied ball game here at West Carter at 5 apiece. Or excuse me, 7-5. So Morgan County has the lead by 2. West Carter with some good ball movement gets it to Stone. She's going to pop up a shot, in and out. That one looks like it was off of the hands there of number 15. And had her just a minute ago. I believe that was Hampton. Shot on the way, no good by West Carter. Rebounded by Morgan County. Hampton drives the lane, no good. Rebounded West Carter. 3 ball on the way by Millie Henderson, and that is good. And so she gives West Carter back a 1-point lead. And we're going to get a foul. This one's going to go against number 22. And that's going to be against Allie Stone, and that'll be her first, team's fourth, as she sends Hampton at the line to shoot 2. That first one is up and in. And looks like West Carter is going to get a call a 30-second timeout here, so we'll be back here in 30 seconds here on Mantis Sports Media.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
And we're back here at West Carter High School where we have a tied ball game at the moment at 8 apiece. Jenna Hampton's going to be shooting 1. That shot's up and in. So Morgan County now with the lead, 9-8. Ferguson just about with the pick. Stone put up a shot, but didn't have enough oomph behind it. So Hampton going in, and she's going to get the foul. And they're going to say that foul is I believe they put that, I think he said 20, but there's no 20 out there, but we'll take a look and see if that is, but that's Wes Carter's 5th foul. Might have called that against Middleton, and if it is, that'd been her first. 2 ball on the way, no good. Rebounded McKenna Smith. We've seen her during the JV match earlier on tonight. Drives the lane, kicks it all the way out the side to Ross. Ross drives the lane, just circles around to the edge of the court. Gets it out to Jenna Hampton. Hampton down into the post to Smith. Smith puts up the one hand off the glass, no good. Rebounded Wes Carter's Jordan. Gets it to Stone. Stone gets it out to Henderson. Henderson to Middleton for the 3 ball. No good. Rebounded by Jordan, and they run into her, and she's going to pick up the foul. And that foul is going to go against Autumn Ross, and that will be her first, team's 3rd. As Emma Klinger checking into the ball game now for the Lady Cougars. Of course, the Lady Cougars not a lot of seniority on the floor as Bond tries to put up a shot, no good. Atkins with the board. You know, Morgan County right now has just 2 seniors and a lot of underclassmen and middle schoolers. So they may take a few lumps as they go through, but here in a few years they are definitely going to be probably someone here to watch. And they're going to say last touch Wes Carter as that goes out of bounds, and it'll be Morgan County basketball. Of course, Wes Carter with 4 seniors. And we're going to get a foul. And so that one's going to go against Millie Henderson, and that'll be her first, team 6. And I think fans are yelling back and forth across the gym as Peyton Stegall is checking into the ball game now, and she replaces out Amelia Henderson. Some of the West fans were hollering for a jump ball. The Morgan County fan said she had a hold of her arm, so the yelling match is going to go back and forth. Of course, definitely, these are important district games. And we're going to get an offensive foul here against Morgan County. And that one's going against number 23, Emily Atkins, and that'll be her first, team's 4th. So under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Morgan County still holding on to a 1-point lead at 9-8. As Stone drives the lane and gets the layup, and so she gives Wes Carter back the lead at 10-9. Wes Carter putting 3, trying to get the 3-quarter court press going, but everyone else had cleared down the court. 3 ball on the way, no good. That was by Hampton, and rebounded Wes Carter. Stone has it. She's going to pull it out, stop popping around the 3-throw line, and that is good. So 12-9. Wes Carter now with a 3-point lead with about 1 minute to play here in the opening frame. They get it to Hampton. Hampton's going to drive down the lane, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded Allie Stone. She's got numbers. She gives it off to Beth Middleton. Left-handed layup, no good. Rebounded Emily Atkins as she gets the ball up ahead to Smith. Smith, left-handed layup, no good. 2 West Carter players had the ball. Of course, still plenty of time on the clock to get some things done, but Stone drives the lane, puts it up, and she's going to draw the foul. And they're going to say that one was against Emily Klinger, and that's going to be her first, team's 5th of the half. So that's going to send Allie Stone to the line to shoot 2. That first one's up and in. As we said, she is number 3 in the state in three-throw shooting at 89.3%. Second one's on the way, and that is good. Gives West Carter now a 5-point lead. 30 seconds left to play. West Carter's got a trap, and they're going to get a timeout by Morgan County as their coach getting fired up because nobody was coming to help. So that'll be a full timeout. Morgan County will be back here in 60 seconds. You are watching Mantis Sports Media.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
And back here at West Carter, Morgan County takes a timeout to slow things down and to get their full court offense up and running. Picks up her dribble as Atkins. She finally gets it off over to Ferguson. Ferguson drives down. Good look down in the paint as she hits in Hammonds for the basket. 10 seconds left. Middleton's driving the lane, puts up the one-handed shot, and no good. And so that is going to be it at the end of the first period. West Carter has a 3-point lead, 14-11. We'll be back here in 60 seconds here on Mantis Sports Media live on Facebook and YouTube.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
And Morgan County gets the ball to start out the second period. Good to see all of our viewers out there today. Good to see Eddie Tackett, Kathy Gillum-Clark, one of our top fans, Tanya Rowe, Reba K. Henderson, Ralph and Debbie Lowe as well. Good to see you all out there on this Thursday night for some 62nd District girls varsity basketball action. So West Carter gets their first possession here of the second period. 2-ball on the way, and that is good by Kara Jordan. She extends the West Carter lead out to 5. Got players on the ground. West Carter ends up coming up with the ball as Hampton was closely guarded. Swinging the ball around now. Where she got Stone, Middleton, Stegall, Jordan, and Bond in for West Carter. 3-ball by Allie Stone. Hits nothing but the bottom of the net and extends out the West Carter lead now out to 8. West Carter with some full court pressure. Morgan County getting some good ball movement to break it around. Gives it out to Hampton, who drives the lane. Good dish down into the paint to Hammonds, but she can't finish up. Stone gets it ahead to Middleton. Left-hand layup, and that is good. And we're going to get a timeout here by Morgan County. That's going to be a full timeout, so we'll be back here in 60 seconds here on Manta Sports Media, live on Facebook and YouTube.
The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
150 over 90.
180 over 111.
160 over 110. I had a stroke.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Lowering them could save you from having a stroke. If you've stopped your treatment plan, restart it or talk to your doctor about creating one that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
And we're back here at West Carter where Morgan County is taking a timeout as West Carter gets up to a 10-point lead. 3 ball on the way, and that is good by Ross. So cuts the lead down to 7. Stone drives it in, kicks it out to Jordan. Jordan driving down the lane. Tries to get it out to Bond, but goes off the hands of Morgan County. And so West Carter will have the ball underneath the net. Or behind the backboard, I should say. Gets it out to Middleton. She gets it. She falls on the ground, tries to get it to Stone. Stone falls down on the ground and ends up getting a timeout. We'll keep it here for the moment as it's a 30-second timeout. Of course, you were watching this here on Manta Sports Media. And we are live on Facebook and YouTube. If you'd like to advertise with us, we still have plenty of good advertising spots available. You can check us out at mantasportsmedia@gmail.com. Send us an email. Call or text us at 606-207-3315. Or send us a message here on Facebook, and we'll be glad to help you out. And we'll try to work out a plan that works out best for you. So after the timeout, West Carter maintains possession. West Carter's second timeout of the game. Stone loses the grip, but gets it out to Bond. Middleton now loses the grip, gets it to Jordan. Stegall gets it out to Jordan, who pops the shot, and that goes in. And so she's going to pick up another basket here tonight as she extends out the West Carter lead back out to 9. Hampton gets it over to Ross, but Ross going to be called for the travel. So that'll be a turnover by Morgan County. West Carter's ball. Stone drives it, kicks it out to Jordan. Jordan pops the shot, doesn't get it this time. And we're going to get a jump ball as Bond is tossed into the cheerleaders. But the possession arrow points to West Carter. Bond's going to be taking it out. Trying to get it in, gets it into Stegall. Stegall dribbles it over, gives it to Middleton. Middleton gives it to Stone. She's going to pop a 3 and finds the bottom of the net. And so that is Stone's second 3 on the night as she extends out West Carter's lead to 12. Gives it to Ross. Ross going to put up a 3 of her own. That one's in and out. Rebounded Stone of West Carter. She drives in the lane, kicks it out to Jordan. Jordan stops, looking for somebody to get it to. Finally gets it to Bond. Kicks it back out to top to Middleton. Gets it to Stone again. She puts up another 3. This one doesn't fall. Offensive board by Stegall, and she gets the put back. And so 2 points there by Peyton Stegall, the senior. Gets it over to Ross, who kicks it off over to the wing. She had a lane down the middle, but didn't take it. Middleton gets a hand on that pass and goes out of bounds. So now checking into the ball game for Morgan County is number 30, Kennedy Pelfrey. We've seen her during that JV match a little bit earlier. Hampton drives the lane, put up the one-hander, and gets that to fall. So cuts the lead back down to 12. Stegall has the ball, gets it out to Bond. Bond drives the lane, puts up the shot, bounces around, and falls in. So that's going to be basket is good. And that foul is going to go against number 4, Aspen Ferguson. She's a senior, and she picks up her first foul, and that's going to be Morgan County 6. Lexi Bond shooting the one, doesn't get it to fall, rebounded by Emily Atkins of Morgan County. Gets it quickly down the floor to Pelfrey. She puts up a shot, can't get it to fall, and rebound by Wes Carter. Morgan County still in the 2-3 zone defense. Wes Carter keeping it out around the perimeter. They got Bond in the middle. They finally get it to her. She's going to stop, pop the shot off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Atkins of Morgan County, and she's going to hold on to it. Finally gets it over to Pelfrey. Pelfrey drives the lane, picks up a dribble, looks for somebody, finally gets it to Atkins. Atkins cross court over to Hampton. Hampton drives the lane, puts up the shot, and draws the foul. And that foul is going to go against number 5, Lexi Bond. And I believe that's going to be her second, team 7th. As they're going to be sending Jenna Hampton to the line to shoot some free throws. That first one's up and in. As Kylie Rayburn comes in, and she's going to be replacing out Lexi Bond. Second one up. And that is in for Morgan County, as it is a 12-point lead. And step's going to be called against Wes Carter. Turnover by Wes Carter gives the ball to Morgan County. Right now, Wes Carter, they put Morgan County in the bonus. Of course, the next Morgan County foul will put it Wes Carter in bonus. Gets it all the way over to Hampton for the 3 ball. No good. Rebounded Jordan of Wes Carter. Good look up there by Stone, but Middleton can't get it finished off on the layup. Rebounded Morgan County. Gets it down to Pelfrey on the side. That one's in and out. Rebounded by Hammonds. She's on the ground. And we're going to get another timeout here by Morgan County to save from the jump ball. And that'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll be back here in 30 seconds here on Manta Sports Media.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
And coming out of the 30-second timeout, Morgan County trying to save the ball, but burns another timeout. Trying to get the ball inbounds, struggling just a little bit. Gets it there, but Stone gets her hands on it and steals it. She's driving down the lane, puts up the shot, and that falls in. So she's going to get the three-point play the old-fashioned way. As I believe that one's going to go against Aspen Ferguson. And that'll be her second, team 7th. Put Stone at the line, shooting the one, and she gets it to fall. So Hampton hands it off to Ferguson. Gets it off to Ross on the far side. That one's in and out. Rebounded Wes Carter. Stone gets it down to Middleton, kicks it back out to Rayburn. Rayburn gets it back to Stegall for the 3-ball, no good. And Jordan tries to save it, but ends up in the hands of Morgan County. Ross driving it down, kicks it out to Ferguson. Back to Ross. She's working it against Stegall. Stegall gets a hand on it and tips it. Jordan gets the ball. And there is going to be a foul here as Jordan was fouled while shooting. And that foul is going to go against number 23, Emily Atkins. And I believe that will be her second, team's 8th. She drains the first one. As number 43, Hannah Henderson, checks into the ball game. She replaces out Beth Middleton. Jordan's at the line, shooting the second, and gets that one to fall. So 35-18. Under 2 minutes to play here. Hampton drives in, and she's going to draw the foul. As that foul is going to go against Hannah Henderson, and that will be her first. Team's 8th. As McKenna Smith checks into the ball game now for Morgan County. Hampton's first shot is up, and so she'll get a second one as she gets Morgan County within 16. Second shot's up, and that falls in. She hits them both, so Wes Carter's got the ball and the 15-point lead. Stone's going to drive the lane, gets it to Rayburn. Rayburn gets it out to Stegall. Stegall's going to dribble it around, gets it to Jordan. They finally get it down to Henderson. She goes up and under, and she's going to get it and one. As she gets the good, strong move to finish that one off. As Aspen Ferguson is going to pick up the foul, and that's going to be her her third. And Cameron Burton checking into the ball game now for Wes Carter. As they currently hold a 37-point lead, this could get them to 38. 38-20, 18-point lead now. You can definitely tell some frustration from the Lady Cougars as so far just not their night. 3-ball on the way, no good. Rebounded by Henderson. Stone's going to take it. She gets it to Jordan. Jordan's got a clear lane. She puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Smith, and we're going to get a foul going the other way. And that foul is going to go against number 43, Hannah Henderson, and that will be her second, team's 9th. And so both teams now have 9 fouls. As they send McKenna Smith to the line, shooting the bonus. Jordan pulls down the rebound and gives it out to Stone. Tip there by Atkins, goes out of bounds. But they're going to say that Burton was the last one to touch it, so that'll be Morgan County's ball. 1 minute and 5 seconds left to play here we're about at a minute left to play here in the half. They get it to Hampton. Hampton drives, stops, pops. No good. Rebounded Allie Stone. She's going to drive the lane. She pulls it back out. Gets it over to Rayburn. Rayburn gets it to Jordan. Back to Rayburn again. Back to Stone. So Morgan County still holding on to this 2-3 defense. Finally gets it to Burton. Burton gets it down to Henderson. She dribbles in, kicks it back out to Jordan. Wes Carter may be trying to kill the clock for the last shot. Gets it to Rayburn, but she stutter steps. Maybe a walk, no call. Henderson takes a shot, no good. Rebounded by Atkins of Morgan County. She's got a clear lane, puts up the layup, no good. Rebounded by Rayburn. And Stone puts up a last-second shot, and that is no good. And so we are at halftime here at West Carter, where the Lady Comets lead the Lady Cougars 38-20 here at the half. So we'll take a brief break, and we'll come back with you with some halftime stats here in just a little bit. You are watching 62nd District Girls Basketball here on Mantis Sports Media.
Since Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
And here at halftime, we're going to be having the honoring of the Junior ROTC. So that was the senior presentation of our two junior ROTC seniors. So we want to congratulate them and wish them well in their future endeavors. And so we're getting some halftime final stats here. We'll get these posted up here for you. Of course, it's 38-20 at the moment, or at halftime. So West Carter is on top. And so let's take a look at some of these stats that we mentioned about. As we said, Jeff the Mantis Irwin here. But our halftime stats, let's take a look now and see that at the moment, West Carter is currently shooting 10 of 23 from the 2-point range, shooting a pretty good 43.4%. They are also 4 for 7 from behind the arc, so a pretty good 57.1%. And they are 6 of 7 from the charity stripe, shooting 85.7%. Taking a look at Morgan County, they are 4 of 17, shooting just a little under a quarter there at 23.5%. So a little bit of a cold first half for them. And then 1 of 6 from the 3 from behind the arc and shooting 16.7%. Their bright spot is from the charity stripe, where they are 9 of 10 tonight, shooting 90%. West Carter is out rebounding Morgan County by 20-16, and Morgan County has turned over the ball 7 times in the first half to West Carter's 4, and that gets us to our score of 38-20. Now let's take a look at some individual players scoring. Of course, Jenna Hampton, once again, one of the leading scorers for Morgan County. She has 13 points on the night. She is 2 of 5 from the 2-point range. She's missed both of her 3-point attempts, and she is a 9 for 9 from the free-throw line. So she's been to the charity stripe 9 times, and she has hit all 9 shots. And then right behind her, not to a whole lot more scoring, Autumn Ross has a 3-ball, as she is 0 for 2 from the 2-point range, 1 of 3 from behind the arc, and she has 3 points. Then you have Corbeth Hammonds with 2, and Emily Atkins with 2 as well. Taking a look at individual scoring for West Carter. Allie Stone's got 15 on the night so far. She is 3 of 5 from the 2-point range, 2 of 3 from behind the arc, and a perfect 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. Right behind her is Beth Middleton with 7 points, 2 of 5 from the 2-point range, 1 of 2 from behind the arc, and she's not been to the charity stripe yet. And then behind her is Kara Jordan, has 6 points on the night, 2 of 5 from the 2-point range, and she is 2 of 2 from the charity stripe. Right behind her as well, you have Millie Henderson has got a 3-ball. She's 1 of 1 from behind the arc with 3 points. And Hannah Henderson has 3 points. She's 1 of 2 from the field and 1 of 1 from the charity stripe. And then Lexi Bond has 2 as well. So that is the individual scoring so far. Taking a look at the fouling situation. Of course, first of all, for Morgan County, Autumn Ross has 1 foul. Aspen Ferguson has 3. Number 11, Emma Klinger, has 1. And then Corbeth Hammonds and Emily Atkins both have 2. And so that is the fouling situation for Morgan County. For West Carter, Lexi Bond, she has 2 fouls. And then let's see who else we got here. We got Allie Stone with 1. Millie Henderson has 2. And then Kara Jordan looks like she doesn't have any fouls yet. Kylie Gillum's got 2. And Hannah Henderson has 2. So Kylie Gillum got picked up 2 early fouls in that first period, and that has got her sit out. But I'm sure she's ready to come back in for this second half. Taking a look now, of course, West Carter capitalizing off of those 7 turnovers for Morgan County, as in the points on the turnovers, West Carter's outscoring Morgan County 15-2. As we said, of course, West Carter out rebounding Morgan County 20-16. West Carter getting 5 second chance points on the night. Of course, one of the bigger tales of the night has to be the 3-pointers. As we mentioned, Aspen Ferguson of Morgan County, number one in the state with three-pointers. She averages 3.3 per game, but hasn't hit any yet so far. Of course, taking a look as well, defensive stops. West Carter stopped Morgan County 23 times. Morgan County stopped West Carter 17 times. No points off the bench just yet by either team as well, and no points down in the paint. Taking a look at as far as scoring runs and everything, the largest lead of the night has been here at 18 points, which we've had at half from West Carter, and they lead right now by 18, 38 to 20. There's been 4 lead changes on the night, 1 tie, and of course the longest run of the night belongs to the Lady Comets as they have went 14 and on a 14-3 run. Morgan County at one time did have a 7-2 run out there as well. And so we're going to get ready here for some second half. Morgan County's got the ball to start things out, and we are underway here in the third period. Cross court pass to Hammonds, gets it out to Ross, gets it back out to Hampton. Of course, as we said, Hampton's got 13 on the night so far. Usually she averages getting closer to 20. 3-ball on the way there by Ross, no good. Rebounded by Allie Stone of West Carter. She stops, pops the shot, and no good. Rebounded Gillum. Gillum tries to put up the shot, and she's going to draw the foul. And that foul is going to go against Autumn Ross. That's going to be her second of the night, team's first of the half, and so she's going to be sending Kylie Gillum to the line to shoot 2. That one's in and out. Of course, Gillum usually an 87% three-throat shooter, and as we said, the Comets altogether are number 1 in the state as she picks up her first point here of the night. Gets that one to fall, so now it's a 19-point lead. West Carter with a trap gets it to Hammonds. Hammonds has Ross on the outside, can't get it to her quickly, so West Carter collapses in on the defense. So West Carter, oh my goodness, they're going to count that as Jenna Hampton made a wild shot and got that to fly out of nowhere. That was a line drive straight into the basket. She gets the shot and the foul. She goes to the line and she hits that one, and that foul was on Middleton. That'll be her first, team's first here of the half. So good, strong shot there by Jenna Hampton of Morgan County. They get it to Gillum. Gillum gets down into Jordan. Jordan puts up the shot, and no good. Rebounded by Hammonds. Hammonds gets it off to the side to Atkins. Atkins drives in the lane, puts up the one-hander, and off the glass and in. 14-point lead by West Carter. Morgan County still in the 2-3 zone. So West Carter getting some good ball movement. Leaves Gillum down alone on the baseline. She puts up the shot, and no good. Atkins tries to get the ball up ahead and gets it in to Hampton as she picks up the 2, and West Carter is going to call a timeout, a full timeout to try to slow things down just a touch. So we'll be back in here in 60 seconds here on Mantis Sports Media.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
And back here at Hot Brown Court, where Morgan County has been on a 7-1 run. And basket there to cut off that run was Kara Jordan. And so she extends the lead back out to 14. Gets it to Ross. That layup off the rim. Rebounded Wes Carter. Stone's taking it down. She's going to pull it back out, get it over to Middleton. Rayburn drives the baseline, gets it to Gillum. Gillum has Jordan wide open on the side. No good. Rebounded by Hampton of Morgan County. She's going to try to take it all the way. She slips, and they're going to call steps. So that'll be another turnover. That'll be the 8th turnover on the night for the Morgan County Lady Cougars. Stone gets it to Middleton. Middleton back to Stone. 3-ball on the way. Finds the bottom of the net, and that is good. And that is Stone's. I believe that is her third 3 of the night. Steal there by Wes Carter. Stone gets it over to Jordan. Kicks it back out to Rayburn. Rayburn top the key to Gillum. Back over to the side to Stone. 2-ball on the way and gets that one to fall. She's got 5 straight points. So after that 7-1 run, Wes Carter's now on a 7-point run themselves as they get that one to Autumn Ross to end the Wes Carter run as she gets the layup. 17-point lead. Jordan on the side has an open shot. No good. Rebounded by Ross. She gets to Hammonds. Hammonds gets it to Atkins, who drives down baseline, kicks it out. Good ball movement there by the Lady Cougars. And no good. And we're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow points to Wes Carter, so they'll have the possession off the jump ball as Peyton Stegall comes in as she replaces out Kara Jordan. So about halfway through this third period, Wes Carter still on top by 17. And Atkins gets the steal by Morgan County, gets the ball up to Ross. Ross layup and good. Gives Morgan County their 31st point and cuts the Wes Carter lead down to 15. Stone getting some ball movement around. Good ball movement by Wes Carter, but they're going to say Gillum took a little hop, and they're going to call her for the travel. Millie Henderson coming into the ball game now as she replaces out Kylie Rayburn. So Wes Carter still showing three-quarter court press. Waiting on that first pass to come in. Ross all alone, 3-ball, no good. Rebounded by Stegall. She hands it off over to Stone. Stegall, long 2-ball, in and out. As that one just about a bank shot, but still there by Beth Middleton. She gets it up to Henderson. Henderson's going to dribble it back out and give it out to Stone. Gets it to Gillum. Gillum tries to get it down to Stegall, but stolen there by Emily Atkins of Morgan County. And she's going to pull it back out. Of course, Emily Atkins, a junior. As we said, Morgan County doesn't have too many seniority on there. And we're going to get a foul here as Hammonds draws the foul. That one's going to go against Stegall. And that'll be her first foul, team second. That one was on the floor, so Morgan County will have the ball on the baseline. And there's a steal there by Beth Middleton. She's got the wide open lane for the layup, and that is good. 31. West Carter back up with a 17-point lead as Hammonds drives it down the lane, but turnover. Kylie Gillum has it. She might have took a little hop there, but maybe maintained the pivot foot. And Allie Stone drains a three. That is her fourth on the night. And so West Carter's now up by 20. Two ball there, no good by Hampton. They get the ball up to Middleton. Middleton for another layup and good. Stone with the assist on that last one. Morgan County's kind of looking like they're wearing down just a little bit. Three ball on the way there, and that is good by Aspen Ferguson. That's her first one here of the night. As we said, she is number one in the state, averaging three per game. So she finally gets her first one here within the second half. Three ball on the way by Henderson, no good. Rebounded by Hampton. And we're going to get another jump ball. This time possession arrow points toward Morgan County. So Lexi Bonds checking into the ball game now for West Carter. Of course, as we mentioned, Allie Stone, number 17th in the state. She is well past 20 points here on the night so far. So having a very good night and hitting at least 4 threes. Ball's on the ground. Fight for the possession. Bond ends up with it. Gets it up to Henderson. Henderson goes, but shot blocked by Jenna Hampton. Sends that one out of bounds. So it'll be West Carter's ball on the baseline. Stegall's out around the three. She's going to pop it and fire it up. In and out again. Rebound by Gillum. Puts up. No good. Rebounded by Middleton. She gets it down on the baseline to Gillum. She's going to put up another shot. No good. This time rebounded Ross of Morgan County, and she's going to try to take it all the way. Contested there by Gillum. No good. And we're going to get a foul. And that foul is going to go against Lexi Bond, and that's going to be her third, team's third. Tries to get it out to Ross, finally does. She takes it out around the three-point lane, gives it out to Ferguson. About 30 seconds left to go. Ross drives the lane. Gets that one to roll in, and so she's got another basket here on the night. 53-36. Three ball on the way by Bond, and gets the nice shot there right around the buzzer time. Hits off the rim and off the backboard, and so she's going to pick up another three here tonight. And so West Carter's going to have a 20-point lead here at the end of the three, 56-36. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on Manta Sports Media.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
And we're underway here in the fourth period. Should be the final one, hopefully, here tonight. Gets it down to Stegall, back out to Henderson. Bond going to pop up the three. No good off the rim. Rebounded by Hampton. So Morgan County spreading out the court a little bit. West Carter's still on a man-on-man defense. 3 ball on the way there, and that is good by Emily Atkins. And I'm going to believe that is going to be her first 3-pointer here of the night. Tries to get it to Gillum off a few hands. They're going to say Gillum was the last touch. Of course, I do have to say one thing. Got to give it up to Derek Young. And that foul's on Kylie Gillum, but I got to give it up to Derek Young for the shirt choice for the night. Kind of a Hawaiian floral print out there. If you look at it from a far enough distance, it almost kind of looks like about kind of forgetting the country cooker that's there, Rhea. Pioneer Woman, that's it. It almost looks, from this distance, almost like a Pioneer Woman print. But got to love his shirt here tonight. Steps called against West Carter, so it'll be Morgan County's ball as number 32, Kara Jordan, checks in. Number 1, Cameron Burton checks in. Stone comes back in as well. And as well as Hannah Henderson. And drives the lane, puts it up right-handed, no good. Rebounded Gillum of West Carter. She gets it up to Stone. Stone gets it to Burton. Burton back out top to Stone. Burton on the cut in, gets it out to Henderson. 3 ball on the way, in and out, no good. Stone just about with the rebound. But they're going to say that I believe Morgan County was on the line maybe when they touched it first, so it'll be West Carter's ball. Gillum spin moves. Puts it up right-handed. Can't get that one to fall. Rebounded Stone. She gets back out to Burton. Burton's going to fire a 3. No good. Rebounded Autumn Ross of Morgan County. 6 minutes left to play here in regulation. 56-39. West Carter on top by 17. So Atkins dribbling in, gives it out to Ross. Ross back to Atkins again. She's got a 3 on the night, but she hasn't pulled the trigger here lately. She drives the lane, gets it to Smith. Block shot there by Gillum. And she's going to take it all the way, but get it tipped away there by Ross, and that'll be out of bounds. West Carter's ball underneath. Now gets it into Jordan. Jordan tries to get it to Gillum. Gillum one-handed up, and that one finally falls for her, and she picks up another bucket here. Out to a 19-point lead now. They try to cut middle of the court, but Smith wasn't ready for it, so Gillum ends up with the steal. Stone forces a shot. Rebound by Gillum. She puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded McKenna Smith of Morgan County. Drives the lane, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded by Jordan. They're going to say last touch, Morgan County. And Kylie Rayburn's going to be checking in now for the Lady Comets. She replaces out Kylie Gillum. Of course, Gillum and Bond, the only 2 in foul trouble for West Carter with 3 apiece. Ferguson, the only one in foul trouble right now for Morgan County with 3. And that one, they're going to say last touch, Morgan County. Kennedy Pelfrey is going to be checking in, as well as Emma Klinger. Of course, Klinger, a 7th grader. Pelfrey, an 8th grader. Stone gets it to Henderson. Wes Carter can eat up a little bit of clock here. Stone gets it to Rayburn. Rayburn, 2-ball on the way. No good. Rebounded there by Pelfrey. Gets it to Hampton. Hampton drives the lane and gets the basket and the foul. And that foul is going to be against number 32, Kara Jordan. That's just going to be her first here of the half, team's 5th. And shot is in for Hampton. As it's 58-42. Shot no good by Wes Carter. Rebounded Smith of Morgan County. And they're going to say that was an offensive foul there against Jenna Hampton. She made the basket, but they're going to wave that one off on the player control foul. Callie Gillums checking back into the ballgame for the Lady Comets. Wes Carter can run a spread offense here and eat up some time. And Stone hits her spot right in front of the free throw line and drains another 2 on the night. So back out to an 18-point lead. Gets it to Hampton. Hampton tries to get it to Klinger, but she's able to hang on to it. Shot on the way, no good there by Hampton. Rebounded Wes Carter, but Klinger is going to tie her up. And so possession arrow will be pointed toward Morgan County. Corbeth Hammonds checking back into the ball game now for Morgan County. Trying to see who else came in because you've got Ross, Hammonds, Pelfrey. And looks like you also have Smith out there. And we're going to get a timeout here by Morgan County. Be a 30-second timeout. So we'll be back here in 30 seconds here on Mantis Sports Media.
The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
And back here after the Morgan County timeout. Good to see Vaughn Perry out there tonight, and you are very welcome, Kathy Gillum-Clark, for this broadcast here tonight. Stella Nolan cheering on the Lady Comets, and Mary McKenzie watching and cheering on the teams as well, and Brian Bond cheering on Lexi Bond. Shot there by Morgan County, no good, rebounded by Wes Carter. About 2:30 to play left here in the game as they get that one to Hannah Henderson. She puts up the shot and draws the foul. And that foul is going to go against Emma Klinger. That's going to be her second, team's third. That's going to send Hannah Henderson at the line, shooting 2. That first one rims out as Macy Atkins checks in now for Morgan County. Of course, Hannah Henderson has not shot 3 throws before this game tonight, so these are her first 3 throws as a varsity member there, and she gets 1 of 2 on that possession. Millie Henderson checks back into the ball game now for Wes Carter. Warren County moving the ball around, gets it to Emma Klinger. Up to Ross, up to the top. She drives down the lane, puts up the right-hand shot, and that is good. Back out to cuts it down back to a 17-point lead. Henderson, right-hand shot, no good. And we're going to get another jump ball here. Possession arrow this time points to Wes Carter. And I believe that might be Destiny Sullins checking in for Morgan County. Number 13. They get it down to Gillum. Gillum, one-hand shot, partially blocked there by Emma Klinger. She's got the ball and she's going to drive it down. She pops the three, no good. That goes out of bounds, and possession will go to Wes Carter. So definitely a different night from the other last time these two teams have played. Of course, it's been about almost a month's time period since they played, and three ball there by Millie Henderson. Of course, in this season, a lot can happen within a few weeks difference time. As we've been in talking with Coach Jeremy Webb, these teams right now are kind of where they should be at, probably right around the December time period. And we're going to get a foul here against Wes Carter. And that foul is going to go against Gillum, and that's going to be her fourth. Team 6. So Kennedy Pelfrey shooting 2. This is the first one. Gracie Hampton and Lily Klinger checking into the ball game for Morgan County. Destiny Davis and Josie Nolan checking into the ball game for the Lady Comets. Second shot is up. Off the back of the rim, rebounded by Hannah Henderson. But these teams, they are right about where they should be at in December, and usually by the time January, February comes in, they're pretty dialed in. Especially that's when you start getting those second games in the district play, and you start getting better. And you've seen a few things throughout the season and worked on it and practiced on it. Gracie Spencer checks in from Morgan County. As she replaces out Kennedy Pelfrey. So under a minute left to play. And there's a steal and layup, no good. I believe that's Sullins. So things are ticking down. So Wes Carter, see if they hold on to this 20-point lead. And they're going to call 5 seconds as Gracie Spencer was guarding Cameron Burton. And last second shot put up. No good by Morgan County, so Wes Carter's going to win this one by 20 here tonight. Final score, 64-44. Definitely a light and day difference between the last time that they played, which that was a tight game, 58-44, or excuse me, 58-54. So Wes Carter ends up scoring 10 extra points, and from the last game, and Morgan County drops down 14 points from their last performance. So it seemed like this ball game, pretty tight through the first quarter, but Wes Carter ran away in that second quarter and didn't look back there, and ends out with one of their largest leads of the night at 20 points. So we'll be back. We'll take a break here, and we'll come back with some final stats here at Wes Carter High School, where the Comets pick up another W here on the night and advance up to 9-6 on the season. as they defeat Morgan County 64-44, and Morgan County falls to 12-8 on the season. So we'll be back here in a little bit. You are watching 62nd District, 16th Region basketball action here on Mantis Sports Media, live on Facebook and YouTube.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I had something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
You're looking at me in the future. Okay. Hi, Isaac.
Hi.
Wait a second.
Do you know who I am?
Julia.
This is Jaina. Into the future.
I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those two girls.
Oh, yeah?
Do you remember it was this girl that I was getting bullied by that one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me? I don't think you know how much like that helped me, because like I finally like knew that I had somebody. Because of you, Isaac, and what you did for me years ago, I grew up to be more independent and love myself and just be a little bit more confident.
Aw, I'm like a little tearing up right now. Just to see her in the future just blossom and look beautiful, and that was really amazing.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
And we're back here at West Carter, where West Carter is victorious, 64-44. So West Carter, as we said, improves up on the season to 9-6. In district play, West Carter increases up to 4-1 as Morgan County drops to 12-8, and they drop to 4-2 in the district. Let's take a look now at some final stats here this afternoon. As we see, of course, a lot of shots by West Carter, 45 two-pointers tonight. They hit 16 of them, and that was for 35.5%. Pretty close to what Morgan County shot tonight. They didn't put up as many shots, only 12 of 34, but they shot 35.3%. One of the big difference makers tonight, West Carter hit 8 of 18 on their threes, and they were 44.4% from behind the arc. Morgan County was only 3 of 14 from behind the arc, shooting 21.4% as well. Of course, as well, from the free throw line, West Carter was 8 of 11, shooting 27.7%. Morgan County was 11 of 14, shooting 78.6%. West Carter out-rebounded Morgan County 43-32, and then Morgan County, of course, West Carter had the edge on turnovers as well. Morgan County turned the ball over 16 times to West Carter's 11. Taking a look at individual scoring, of course, for Morgan County, leading scorer was Jenna Hampton, and she had 21 on the night. She was 5 of 10 from the two-point range and 0 of 3 from behind the arc. And she was a perfect 11 for 11 from the free-throw line. Right behind her was Autumn Ross. She was 4 of 8 from the two-point range and 1 of 5 from behind the arc, and she got 11 points. And then right behind her is Emily Atkins with 7 points. She was 2 of 6 from the two-point range, 1 of 1 from the three-point range. Then you had Aspen Ferguson had 1 3-pointer on the night. That's all she ended up with. She was 1 of 2. And then Cora Beth Hammonds ended up with 2 points tonight as well. Taking a look for the Lady Comets. Leading scorer tonight, Allie Stone. She had a very good 25 points tonight. Led all the Comets 5 of 9 from the two-point range, 4 of 5 from the three-point range, and a perfect 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. Beth Middleton had 11 points tonight, 4 of 7 from the two-point range, 1 of 2 from the three-point range. You had Kara Jordan as well, had 8 points, 3 of 9 from the two-point range, and was 2 of 2 from the charity stripe. You also have Millie Henderson with 6 points tonight, both of them being 3-pointers, as she was 2 or 3 from behind the arc and 0 of 2 from the two-point range. Then you had Lexi Bond with 5 points tonight. She had a 2-point field goal and a 3-point basket. And then you had Kylie Gillum with 3 points. She was 1 of 7 from the field and 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. And then Hannah Henderson had 4 points tonight. She was 1 of 3 from the field goal, from the 2-point field goal range, 0 of 1 from the 3-point range, and she was 2 of 3 from behind the charity stripe. And then you had Peyton Stegall had 2 points as well. So taking a look, West Carter, as we said, had less turnovers, but definitely took advantage of the turnovers, outscoring Morgan County 27-4 off of points off of turnovers. Of course, 3-pointers, as we mentioned, was another big difference as well. West Carter with 24 points from the 3-point range, with Morgan County at 9. West Carter won the battle of the boards and the second chance points. West Carter had 6 second chance points to Morgan County's 2. West Carter ended up with 17 points on the bench tonight. Morgan County, only their starters were the ones scoring tonight. West Carter had 16 points down in the paint. Morgan County had 6. And taking a look as well, of course, as far as the largest lead of the night, ended up at 53-31 in that. Looked like that was in the third quarter when West Carter did have a 22-point lead. There was 4 lead changes on the night, 1 tie. The longest run of the night was when West Carter had a 14-3 run. And then, of course, Morgan County later on in that second half had a 7-0 run as well. And so that is our final stats looking at for this evening. Good ball game by West Carter. As I said, they controlled everything all the way from opening to the finish. Definitely, of course, as far as box scoring goes, West Carter outscored Morgan County in the first quarter 14-11. Second quarter, West Carter started to run away with it. 24-9 was the box score there. Third quarter, West Carter outscored Morgan County once again, 18-16, and then it was all tied up in the fourth quarter with each team scoring 8 points apiece. Of course, definitely like to thank all of our fans here tonight. Good to see Stella Nolan, Kathy Gillum Clark, Connie Hicks. You are all very welcome out there, and thank you all for tuning in here for some Thursday night Lady Comet and 16th Region, 62nd District girls basketball. As we mentioned, of course, on Saturday, West Carter boys, we will have that on the air as they're going to have a 2:30 game. Be the varsity time. We'll be on the air at 2:15 for the pregame. So as we mentioned, West Carter improving up to 9-6 on the season, 4-1 in the district. They will be traveling tomorrow down to Fleming County to take on the Lady Panthers. And then on Saturday, they'll be traveling over to Raceland to take on the Lady Rams. That game will be at 3 o'clock. And then they're going to be taking on the number 1 team in the 16th region on, I believe that's Tuesday the 9th. And they're going to be playing at Boyd County. And then West Carter is going to be finishing up their regular season here. Of course, games can change and everything else. But West Carter will be, the Lady Comets will be finishing up their regular season here at home as they're going to be taking on the Elliott County Lions on March 11th. And we will have that game tip-off is set for 7:30. We'll be live on the air around 7:15. Of course, taking a look on the boys' side as well as we're nearing up to the tournament time as well. West Carter just has 3 games left to play. They'll be playing Lewis County on March 2nd. And then, of course, we mentioned that Ashland varsity-only game. That will be the cheerleader senior night. And then, of course, West Carter will be finishing out their regular season on March 11th down at Fleming County. So West Carter boys has 2 more home games. The girls just has 1 more home game as of yet. Of course, stay tuned to Mantis Sports Media for any updates and everything else and any changes that we may have. And so that's going to finish us up here from West Carter here tonight. Our final score, once again, 64-44. This is Jeff the Mantis Irwin wanting to thank you for tuning in here tonight. God bless you all. And for the Mantis Sports Media crew, Katie, Emmy, Rachel, and Sarah, we all would like to thank you for spending your time and evening with us here tonight. And so we will see you on Saturday afternoon for West Carter, Lewis County. So we will see you then. Everybody take care, be safe, and we will see you next time here live on Facebook and YouTube on Mantis Sports Media.